Hello, thank you so much for purchasing with Medium Emary. Today we're going to give you a tarot card reading. So I do have your name and info. Your name and info will be confidential. I will only go over your questions and your main concerns, if anything. So I'm going to just read here, and then we will clear out the energy. And I will use some oracle cards with this reading and tarot cards as well. So we have 5 questions here, and we'll go over each question. But let me see here. Okay, so let's just clear out the energy, and then I'll start reading. Actually, it'll be better. So I'm gonna just clear out the energy. All right, and now I'm just gonna do a quick little prayer. It's my way of tuning in and keeping away anything negative out of the reading to protect myself and to bring positive information your way. Our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our trespasses, as we forgive those who trespass against us. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. Amen. I ask spirit guides and angels of the person I'm focused on to reveal to him now what he needs to know in this present time. I ask spirit guides of mine to help me interpret the information to him in the best of my abilities, and that the information that comes through may come through as accurate, specific, and detailed as possible. I am now open to the spirit world as well, so any spirits or angels or guides that'd like to bring any healing, guiding messages, I am now open to receive. Anything of negative vibration or negative energy is not welcomed in my field, as I ask to receive information from God's purest intention, God's white light. Amen. Alright, hun, so let's go over your questions, but definitely as I tuned into your energy, the main thing I hear, and I'm smiling as I say, is don't worry, no worries, no worries, don't worry, there's no need to worry. That's something that there's just, it's that peaceful, like, feeling of bliss, like, you will feel relief once you realize, you can't have control over everything, you can't control the things you can't control sometimes, and you just have to find peace within yourself to just breathe again, if that makes any sense, okay? So I'm going to read here. Okay. I stood with the company I was with, made decent money, so there's no worry there. I even trained someone that ended up buying the company from his brother-in-law, and loved how efficient and polite but firm employee when I'm dealing with people. I boo. My love life is in shambles, but I think I'm okay with that because I believe. Okay, so you're worried about being attacked spiritually. Person kept calling me that. She falls, will punish me. Okay, so here's the first question. One of my questions: if this the intent to do right by a person is lost in arguments and being nasty to one another, will spirits actually take sides and punish a person when they felt deep in their spirit they were just? Okay, one thing I want you to know, so in regards to the first question, if there was lost in arguments and is their spirits going to take sides and attack and punish one another? Yes and no, but this is the main thing. It's more of, it will only happen if you allow it to. If you allow it to have power over you. The strongest power you can have is the power of oneself, the power of you, and believing. If you believe in it a lot, it will take over you. And in regards to that, yes, you can attract negative energy. Just feeding in on it so much and thinking about it so much and wondering about it so much. I mean, that energy does exist to your other half or the other person, but it can't touch you if you allow it to have if you don't allow it to have power over you. If you allow it to have power over you, it will touch you. It will ruin your life. It will torment you. But if you don't allow it to have power over you, if you don't believe in it, with all that energy, all that just energy itself, like I said, it won't touch you. You can think of it as you have this white light of protection around you. Nothing's going to touch you. Same thing with me. Like, if you're asking that question as I give readings, don't you ask, people always want to know, don't like evil spirits or spirits in general just stay with you because you're reading other people and their energy could just rub on you and stuff like that. Yes, it can if I allow it to. And no, it won't, because I have a protection. I pray. I sage a lot, okay? I use these bells, which the frequency itself, once you ring them like this, it triggers the frequency to shift to allow whatever spirits or discarnate beings to go away. If you want it to go away, you say go away, they go away, The only times they linger around is if you feed off the fear. So like I said, if you allow it to, based off that fear and just feeding off the fear, that, let's call it that figure that she believes in, that figure that they said that haunts you, will haunt you. But if you believe it won't, it won't. You have to create your own protection system, your own self-defense mechanism, which is that white light, praying, saging, and then believing, hey, this is not going to touch me. This is not going to get near my energy space. This is not going to get near my life. This is not going to ruin my life. I'm not going to be fixated on it and think about it all the time, because it's not going to happen. Another thing, what gives energy, what gives more energy off of fear is the mind. So if you're constantly thinking about it, if you're analyzing it and your thoughts are always running in your head about this and you're just fearing it, you're giving it a lot of power, and it'll be a little ball and then it just starts getting bigger, 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 bigger. So the whole point is create your own protection system, self-defense, and then also don't allow it to have power over you. That's the answer for that question. I would just say, create your own protection system and don't allow it to have power over you. Okay? Haven't you heard of that term that only things have power over you if you believe in it? So like people who believe in superstition, people who believe in those things. Okay? All right. So that's what I believe with that. And no, I don't feel like it will follow you unless if you create your own good protection. A good protection, and using your mind to be strong. Okay? The second question is, the mother figure you spoke of before, is she upset with me or any of my ancestors that may protect me? I to be honest, I don't remember what I said in the last reading. So whatever mother figure that came through, what was need to be said was said in that reading. Okay, I don't feel like she's upset at you. The mother figure, if anything, I feel a lot of spirits, once they get to the other side, they already find their own peace. They find their own way of just looking back and reflecting, but then seeing that compassion, that kindness, and the consideration, that understanding. So no, I don't feel like she's upset at you. I actually feel like, if anything, she's at peace and she is protecting you as she watches over you. That's what I feel very strongly. Okay. No one's upset at you, honey. I don't feel like anyone's upset at you. The only person that's upset, the only thing or spirit that's upset at you is, if anything, your heart, yourself. You're probably creating your own suffering. And that can reflect off people, and that can make you feel like, am I doing something wrong? Am I doing something wrong? People make mistakes in life. Okay, no one's perfect. No one's perfect. But, change is possible. Change is possible. A change of heart is possible. Okay? Don't beat yourself up about the past. Like I think I told you in a recent comment, live in the present. Don't be stuck in the past. Don't be stuck in the future. Live in the present. Okay? what happened in the past happened in the past. Now you're moving forward. You're moving forward. You're moving forward. You're moving forward to be a better person. You're moving forward to better yourself, to continue to better yourself, to find positive people, to be around positive people, to create positive relationships. Okay, the more you stay with the same negative people, the more you allow negative people to influence on you, negative people to just feed off you, the more you allow it to control your life. So it all depends on you, hon. It all depends on you. Your ancestors are there to back you up. That mother figure in spirit is there to back you up. Everyone's there to back you up. But the only way that power of them backing you up can be even stronger is if you believe in yourself and if you believe that you can change and you can go forward instead of being stuck in the past and stuck in the future, hon. Okay, so you have to believe in your self-empowerment. That's something that is very, very, very important. Yes, spirit's with you. Yes, spirituality is very important, but none of that is like even stronger unless it comes within you, okay, within you, and that allows you to have more access to your ancestors, more access to your spirit beings that protect you and watch over you. So you have to believe in your self-empowerment, believe in your power within, but the good power. Not the power that you think, oh, I always create chaos around me, or oh, I'm always bringing negative things upon my life. I had bad luck, or what's wrong with me? There's nothing wrong with you. People make mistakes. You've gone through what you've gone through. You've suffered. You're still suffering, if anything. But you can start off a new canvas. You can start a new canvas, a new painting, whenever you want. You can start with a blank new canvas, a blank new white paper whenever you want. Okay? All right, so let me go on to your third question. I feel that I really need to just take a break from relationship, but is it possible? I know that the person. Okay, so let's pull out a love card from this. Relationship-wise, I feel like the most important thing before any relationship is self-love, okay? Once you start working on your self-love, then relationships will just come along easily. Relationships will just appear, okay? I don't believe it exists that we can just love ourselves completely, because that's very hard, because we've all gone through traumas, past life things, and also things from our past, this current life, things that we've gone through in our childhood, things like that. So it's very hard to heal everything completely. But if we allow ourselves to heal slowly but surely and just continue healing, that will allow us to law of attraction, attract people that are meant to be with us, people that are positive for us, people that will help us be better people. Okay, so I'm going to pull out a card from this deck. It's called Whispers of Love. It focuses specifically on love relationships. Okay, so we're gonna pull out a card from here. In regards to you being in a relationship, I think you should take a break. I really do think you should. Still be open to it. I don't think you need to completely close yourself off. Just take a break a little bit. Focus on yourself in the sense of loving yourself. Focus on loving yourself. Focus on healing. I think that's a big word that's coming through for this reading for you. Focus on healing right now. Healing in whatever way you can. I'm not going to say you could heal yourself completely, but healing, making yourself feel good, making yourself feel like you're not always at fault, that you're always to blame, that you're always doing something wrong, because you're not, okay? So you have to find that place of healing, okay? And then I feel like then you could try it out. Don't be completely closed off, like I said, but then from there you could try it out. So I'm going to pull out a card here. You suffer from major anxiety. It's another thing I'm picking up. I feel like you need to find ways. I'm sorry, my daughter is like banging the door. I think you need to find ways to feel calm with yourself, and I think you are. But you could find things that you like doing. I don't know if it's going to the gym. I don't know if it's physical activities. I feel like actually what will help you is physical activities to calm your stress and anxiety. So maybe walking outside, running, going to the gym. using your body, I feel, is going to be very helpful towards you, using your body, okay? It keeps your mind off of it, but at the same time, it helps you in a spiritual and mind, body, and soul way. I'm waiting to see if a card just flies out for you, hon. Alright, let's pull this card out, actually. Alright. So this is a very interesting card. Okay. It says actions speak louder than words. Okay. It says express your love through actions. Okay. So I'm going to read off the guidebook. I think it's very straightforward anyways. So it says sometimes saying that you love somebody is not enough. What is required is showing someone how you feel. Put someone's needs before your own. This sounds familiar. I feel like I've read this to you before. You're being asked to do something that will show your love, okay? So for me, for that question, I feel like you should take a break. Find just ways to heal yourself. Find ways to just enjoy yourself. Be with yourself for a little bit, just be with yourself. You don't need somebody right now. You don't need somebody right now. Find ways to fall in love with yourself again, okay? Healing. Find things that will be healing for you. And then when you do feel ready, or when you feel like, okay, I can, let me just try it out. Always remember, what is really important in a relationship is actions speak louder than words. So always know, before you could use words, you could say things all the time, but what's really important is showing your actions in a way that can show the other person, hey, I love you. You're giving proof to them, okay? Because words words are beautiful, but they can mean nothing when there's no actions being involved, okay? If this is something you've gone through a lot, this is just something that's coming up again that you need to continue to work on, or this is something maybe that you just have to keep in your mind always if you do get into a relationship again, that this will help you, because sometimes people who always just talk and don't do the walk, it can then backfire on them later in the future. So just keep this in mind. This is probably a little tip, if anything. But in regards to the question, I do feel like you should take a break and just enjoy yourself. Fall in love with yourself again. And find ways you could heal yourself. Find ways you could do things that could be healing, okay? And then when you feel ready, try it out again. But right now, I feel like you should be with yourself. Take a break, okay? All right, so let's go on to the next question. I started to connect with the earth, the sun, and the life on many occasions. Was that me kidding myself, or did I really have an understanding connection? I really do feel like you had an understanding connection. And something that I'm going to put out that I feel drawn to is that I do feel like you have a Native American past life. And if that's the case, it makes sense why you started feeling like you were connecting with the earth, the sun, and life itself. You have a strong Native American past life that sometimes comes in and out in this life. And so know that connection you were getting was because of that past life, and you were kind of just feeling it again, okay? And so it was happening. Yes, you were experiencing a connection with the sun, the earth, and things like that. So in regards to that past life as a Native American, I'm going to pull out a card from your animal spirit guides, which is connected with the earth. So I find it interesting because I was about to grab it and then I saw that question. So I'm going to pull out one card in regards to that and read a little message for you. So yes, I do feel like you were. And it's an intuition thing, so it just comes, it's a feeling that you get knowing that you are, and you don't need to analyze it in different ways or analyze it in your human perspective. It's just a trust you have. It's like a trust, okay, I know I'm connecting. It's a trust, I know I'm connecting with the sun or my guides or my angels. It's just a trust, because we will always really never know. I know because I've given readings, and I've given mediumship readings where I connect with people who have passed, and I get validations, which is like, how would I know that? So that's how I know. But when it's a very generic thing, you question it. It's a completely normal human thing to question things. But when it's that intuition, that gut feeling, and you feel it and it just comes out of you, and it's like, you just have to trust it instead of, analyzing it and then be like, oh, I don't think so, then you'll never know, you'll never feel like you're connecting. So it's more of a trust and an intuition feeling, okay? So I'm going to pull out a card here for you. Woo! Not one flew out, but like a bunch. So I'm going to try it again and pull out one. Okay. The cards want to fly out for you because of that strong Native American past life that you have. Okay, here we go. Alright, here we go. Goose. So funny, right? So, it's funny because in regards to relationships, I was talking about taking a break, and now the goose is saying, take time to rest and recuperate rather than continuing your striving, okay? So I'm going to read off the guidebook for this for you. Okay, here we go. Goose's message. The irony of this is that by resting and conserving your energy, you can actually mobilize your internal resources for the next cycle of work and accomplish that much more. In this fast-paced world with all of its pressures that impinge upon you, it's difficult to take regular periods of time off. Yet, it's critical to your health and well-being to do so. Let this rest period be an opportunity when you do the things that help your body recover from the stresses and strains of your most recent activities. Sleep in, get a massage, spend some time playing with a friend. Like I said, healing. You need some healing time. Take a salt bath, get out of town, and explore the woods. Anything that will bring you peace of mind. Remember, mind. Control of the mind is very, very important. At the conclusion of a long spell of continuous stressful activity, even when it has been productive, many people don't allow themselves a period of respite and instead jump into another task right away without relaxing and enjoying the fruits of their labor. It's most unnatural, but in a caffeinated society where technology has created instant access to phones, emails, and the internet, it's easy to give away your power of choice by reacting to a false sense of immediacy and urgency to these trappings of civilization. Turn off your phone and computer and enjoy the sunset. These periods of rest needn't be lengthy, but you do need to implement them, especially right now. In regards to stress and things like that, your guides, your spiritual animal guides, your Native American past life, your soul is craving a recuperation mentally, mentally and emotionally. So find healing things to do, which is interesting that the goose card came out for you because that's exactly what I've been talking about, okay? So in regards to that, yes, you were connecting, and you'll know based off an intuition and a gut feeling, it's you automatically know. I don't need to analyze this, I just know, okay? Let's see here. Number 5, will I ever become a father? So let's see here. I'm going to pull out 3 cards from the Menard, and I'll pull out 1 card from the Tarot deck in regards to this. Will I ever... Lemonard deck is good for fortune telling, so that's why I'm going to do this right now. Will I ever be a father? Now I don't... Let's see here. I don't know. Well, what's really weird is I don't remember your life, to be honest, but if this has not happened now, I do see that there is a child that you've taken care of like your child. I don't know if you have a stepchild or something like that, because I don't remember things, to be honest. But there's something about stepchild. If this has not happened now, you'll probably get involved in a relationship where they have a child and you take care of the child like it's your own, or you're just there for the child like a father figure, okay? So that's what I'm picking up. So just keep that in mind. I don't remember a lot of things, to be honest, when I do readings. All right. Okay. So with this, I don't see you being a father for quite some time. Um, in the moment, I don't see it. I don't see it. What I do see, which I feel like, if anything, this is a past relationship, or I'm not sure, is you having a stepchild. I don't see a child right now. So for me, if that's the case, it's probably really far in the future. I don't see that right now. I don't see that very soon, if anything. So for me, it would be father. It would be far in the future, not in the near future. So no, I don't see that right now. I don't see that right now, but I do see a stepchild. So if you haven't gone through that yet, you will go through that soon. Um, or stepchildren, but just keep that in mind. But no, I don't see you being a father right now or in the near future yet, just yet, because I don't see it soon. I don't see it soon. If it would happen, as I'm feeling it, it would probably happen like 5 or 6 years from now. And the person you would get with, they wouldn't have a child, and they would probably be really older, and kind of like at their last years of where they can have a child, maybe late 30s, early 40s, and then they just try it, and if anything, you just have one child, because that's what I'm picking up. But that's not near, that's far away. So keep that in mind. That's what I'm picking up. Okay, I see a little girl. I don't know if the stepchild is a girl or the child will be a girl, but keep that in mind. I see a girl, like a little girl or a girl. Okay, so keep that in mind, hon, okay? I just see here that you need to have more faith in everything, more faith in yourself, more faith in your situation, okay? There's definitely a transition of some sort, a transition of out with the old, in with the new, a rebirthing moment for you. So again, this is something that can be healing if you allow it to be healing, okay? You will go through some form of confusion and chaos and that unsettling feeling, okay? But that faith is what's going to allow you to be able to get through the transition. So please be strong. Please, no worries. Like I said in the beginning of the reading, allow yourself to be like, I'm in the present. I'm in the present. I'm not going to be in the past. I'm not going to be in the future. I can't control the things I can't control. Sometimes you got to be like, let go, let God. You can't control the people around you sometimes, The only thing you can control is yourself. This is something I need to pass on to you, that they're telling me to tell you. You can only control yourself. You can't control other people around you like they're puppets, or like you could manipulate them, or whatever it is. You can't do that sometimes. You can't do that sometimes. If that was the case, then hell, I would get everything I want in life. You know what I mean? So you have to be aware. Sometimes you have to let go, let God. Okay? So in regards to that question, if you will become a father, it's not going to be soon. It's going to be very far off. I feel around 5 to 6 years, if anything. But it's so far off that I can't be 100% sure. But I am seeing a girl, a little girl or a girl. I'm not sure if there's a stepchild that you have, or the stepchild that you've experienced with. That's a girl. But I do see a stepchild. So if that hasn't happened, that probably will happen in the near future. But I do see somebody you're going to get with, if anything, 5 to 6 years from now, that's not going to have a child, that will be older, and will try. But I'm not sure, to be honest, because it's so far off. I'm not sure if that will be the case. So it's more of a no right now. I would say no, okay? But there is a stepchild that I'm picking up. So keep that in mind, okay, hon? So I'm going to pull out a Keepers of the Light card. No, I'm sorry, not that. A tarot card. I'm totally confused. That was what I was going to pull out. Okay. And I'll pull out a Keepers of the Light card just for you, just in case. So I'll pull out a tarot card for you. Here we go. So interesting. This card means sometimes you can't get away with things, This card represents somebody that tries to get away with things, that tries to be sneaky, that has tried to do things his way, Sometimes you can't get away with things, and sometimes you can't be sneaky. Sometimes you have to be transparent and be honest, completely honest, and lift up your sleeves, and be honest. That's something probably you can work on as well. That will help you. That's a good guiding life tip for you too as well, hon. Okay? All right. So I'm going to pull out a card from Keepers of the Light, and then we will end your reading here, hon. So this is more of a a message from higher beings that work with you. I will end the reading here with this. Be careful with false accusations or something that they're saying. False hopes or false accusations. Just be careful with that. I don't know what that means. I'm just hearing those words, false hopes or false accusations. Just be careful with those things. Okay, be careful with people giving false accusations and be careful with false hopes. I don't know if that makes any sense, but I'll just leave you with that. All right. Wow, this is a very powerful card. So we're ending your reading with Master Jesus. So he's a very powerful, obviously, being that works with many people. Okay, it says, you are on the path of light, love, and forgiveness. Father, healing is possible at this time. So if you pray to Jesus, if you're Christian, I don't know what you are, if anything, or you believe in Jesus, or you've worked with Jesus before, he's very much working with you and has been trying to work with you, hon, okay? And he's still right now trying to work with you. So I'm going to read off the guiding book for this for you, and then I will end your reading here. That's a very powerful card. I've never really gotten a card from Master Jesus, but definitely very powerful. Forgiveness. Okay, so this is your main message for the end of the reading. Forgiveness is an act of self-love, forgiving yourself. Remember, forgiving yourself from the wrongdoings that you did or the wrongdoings you think you're still doing or whatever it is. You're being encouraged to know that whatever you have done to yourself or others, the divine is not condemning you. You don't have to forget what has happened, but you no longer need to allow your whole story to be defined by a situation that doesn't support your happiness. Wow, these are powerful words, okay? Jesus is here to bring miraculous shifts of healing. Look, I've been talking about healing the whole reading, okay? To you and all those around you, and to release you from the burden of self-loathing, okay? He wants you to know that he sees the child of God within you. He also brings clarity and healing to any situations concerning your Father, either on earth or in heaven. Look how beautiful that is, okay? I don't know what he means concerning your Father, either on earth or heaven, so there can be something in regards to your Father, maybe forgiveness to your Father, forgiveness in the sense of God, your Father, Father God in heaven, if anything, or I don't know what that can mean. I'll leave that with you. But that's a very powerful message right there. And I think forgiveness and healing is your main tips for this reading itself. Find that forgiveness of self-love and healing within you to be able to know this is not going to define me and I'm going to move forward from this, okay? So lots of love from the heavens above. I'm going to leave you with that, hun, and it was a pleasure reading you, and thank you so much for reaching out to me again. I am here whenever you need any clarity, and lots of love. Bye now.